Good morning. It's time for our daily devotion, and today we are in Acts chapter 22. There is one theme I want to talk to you about today in Acts 22. Here, Paul is before the council. He is in danger for his life. The crowd wants to take him out and stone him. He's being protected by the soldiers at the moment, but he is given a chance to speak to this throng of people, this crowd of people who are attacking him and verbally abusing him, and quite frankly would like to see him dead. And he takes this one opportunity to talk to him, and he does not preach a three-point sermon. He does not give some sort of long diatribe about the theology of the New Testament or of grace. No, he doesn't do the things that we might do today. He doesn't use an evangelistic program to try to explain to the people why they need to be saved. Paul does something very simple and yet extremely effective as a way of sharing the gospel, and that is that Paul simply tells his story. He gives his testimony. He tells about what happened to him, how he was before, who he was before. He identifies with these people by saying, I was one of you. I was a Jew. I was a persecutor of those who were in this Christian way. I was out to get them. I was out to throw them in jail, just like you'd like to throw me in jail. I was just like you. But on my way to Damascus, I saw a great light. I heard a voice. The voice's name was Jesus, and he spoke to me. He gave me instructions. I followed those instructions. He sent someone named Ananias to pray for me. I could see again. I was saved. I was baptized, and now I'm preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ because I was this way, and God changed and transformed my life into what I am now. And I'm here to share the story of how Jesus changed his lives. Now, folks, listen. You don't have to be a theologian. You don't have to be a preacher. You don't have to have a seminary education. You don't have to know how to do any particular style of evangelism. You don't have to be able to preach a three-point sermon. You don't have to be able to do any of that. The most effective tool that you have in your toolbox to share Jesus with the people that you meet every day is to simply tell them your story. Basically, it boils down to this. I once was lost, but now I'm saved. Was blind, but now I see. That's what Paul does in this chapter. That's what we need to do as we go to the grocery, as we go to the gas station, as we go to work, as we go to school, as we have dinner with friends, as we see our family on holidays. Over and over again, just tell your story. Tell the condition you were in before Jesus and the condition you're in after Jesus. Make sure that you let them know that this is a journey and this is a work in progress and that you're not finished yet. But I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I'm see, is the greatest thing we have in sharing the gospel with those around us. So you see in this chapter that Paul simply tells his own story, and it doesn't win a lot of friends. There are still people who are determined to kill him, but somewhere in that crowd was somebody that his story touched, no doubt about it. Somewhere in that crowd was somebody who said, you know, that could be my story too. And that's why we continue to tell our story to those around us, so that those who need to hear it and want to hear it, and those who are longing to hear it, have the opportunity to hear the greatest story of all, that Jesus came and changed my life, and he can change your life too. Now, go tell your story and make it a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.